CBS Young and the Restless. Spoilers, Monday the 24th of August, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, my fellow soap addicts. It is a beautiful Friday night. The weekend is finally here, and I am wide awake with a giant cup of coffee because we have so much to unpack from the latest updates. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let us dive straight into the absolute madness that is about to hit our screens, because I have some serious thoughts and I need to share them right now. I cannot believe Billy Abbott is doing this again. I mean, seriously, are we actually doing this right now? I am sitting here staring at my screen, just absolutely losing my mind over this man's sheer audacity and stupidity. I have to react to this first because I just need to scream into the void before I even break down the actual spoilers for Friday, August 21st. Because if there is one thing you can always count on in Genoa City, it is Billy Boy Abbott self-sabotaging his entire life the exact second things start going well for him. And I know some people are loving this ruthless corporate shark Billy era, but personally, I am just exhausted by it. He is running around town bragging to anyone who will listen, Audra, Lily, Kane, that Jabot legally owns Chancellor Industries because of some ancient, unpaid loan from John Abbott. He is literally prancing around the GCAC celebrating a victory that he hasn't even legally secured yet. The hubris, the sheer, unadulterated arrogance of this man. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Victor Newman first, because Victor is literally sitting at the ranch, probably swirling a glass of scotch, and laughing his head off at Billy's absolute delusion. Victor doesn't even have a legal stake in Chancellor anymore. He literally gave it to Lily Winters. It is not his company, it is not his problem, and yet he is orchestrating this massive, ruthless smear campaign against Billy just because he can. And you know what? I am kinda here for Victor's petty era. I really am. The man is a menace, but he is an entertaining menace. He is using Billy's obsession as the perfect opportunity to completely discredit him and make him look like an absolute lunatic in the press. He has ordered Adam and Chelsea to use Newman Media to write this scathing expose on Billy. Victor is looking at this as the ultimate chance to humiliate the father of his grandchildren, and he is rubbing his hands together with absolute glee. Remember when they tried this kind of media warfare before? Yeah, it always gets messy and usually blows up in someone's face. But Adam is just eating it up. Adam wants to boost the new and improved Newman Media, and what better way than to publicly humiliate his rival? And Chelsea is just going along with it. She is literally agreeing to pump Billy for information, taking one for the team, just to get the dirt they need to destroy him in the media. So Billy is painting a giant neon target on his own back. He is counting his chickens before they hatch, and he has no idea that the Newman machine is revving up to run him over. While human beings like to think that the truth matters, the reality in Genoa City is that whoever controls the narrative wins. Billy could be right all day long about that unpaid loan, but it won't mean a single thing if Victor Newman decides to intervene and paint him as a crazy, obsessed ex-executive. This brings me to Sally Spectra, because my heart is just breaking for her right now. Sally just accepted this man's proposal. She is pregnant with his child. She was away on a business trip, dealing with her sister being released from the hospital, and while she is gone, Billy is completely losing his mind over Chancellor. He was supposed to be focusing on their upcoming wedding and the birth of their baby, but instead, he is consumed by this corporate vendetta. When Sally came back early and interrupted Billy and Audra's little celebration, you could just see the panic setting in behind her eyes. Billy is trying to spin this as some massive win for their future, telling her that he is taking over Chancellor Industries and that it's a done deal. But Sally knows better. She knows that Billy's obsessions always lead to destruction. She knows that his family is probably not going to support this aggressive, hostile takeover. I have been watching since 2015, and this is exactly the kind of toxic cycle that ruins lives on this show. Sally has already been through so much trauma. Remember when she lost baby Ava? That destroyed her. She is so fragile right now, even if she puts on that fierce Spectra front. She desperately needs stability, and Billy is the literal opposite of stability. I really want to see Sally dump him. I know that sounds harsh, and I know they have fans, but am I the only one who thinks she is settling? She is looking at a man who cannot prioritize her over his vendettas. Audra literally tried to warn Billy that his obsession with work was going to ruin his personal life, and he just brushed it off. Sally is going to have to make some incredibly tough choices now that she sees what Billy has been up to. He will try to explain it away. He will make a million empty promises, but this might honestly be the beginning of the end for their romance. She needs to protect herself and her baby, and Billy is proving that he is a liability. Okay, back to the point. Let's pivot to Lily Winters, because she is the real MVP of this entire storyline. I am so proud of Lily. She is not just rolling over and letting Billy steamroll her. Victor used Chancellor to blackmail her previously, and she fought tooth and nail to secure her position. Lily is not about to lose her empire to Billy Abbott's delusions of grandeur. She is furious. She is desperate to save Chancellor, but she is also being incredibly smart and proactive about it. She has already handed the case over to her legal team, but she knows that in Genoa City, you need to play the family politics game to actually win. So what does she do? She marches right up to Jack Abbott. This is the scene I am most excited for on Friday. Lily confronting Jack, demanding to know exactly where he stands. Is he going to support his brother's hostile takeover, or is he going to help her stop it? I kinda love seeing Lily and Jack share a storyline again. It has been a minute, hasn't it? But man, I feel so incredibly bad for Jack right now. The guy looks like he hasn't slept in a decade. He just got home to recover from being kidnapped and nearly killed by Victor and Patty Williams. He is traumatized. His wife Diane is spiraling into a paranoid mess because of Dr. Markham, and now Jack has to deal with Billy trying to start World War III in the corporate sector. Jack has tried to talk Billy down. He has tried to protect John Abbott's legacy and keep the family name out of the mud, but Billy just won't listen. And now Lily is forcing Jack's hand. Will Jack dare to face Billy's wrath and whining if he doesn't get his way? Because if Jack sides with Lily, Billy will throw a massive tantrum and play the victim, as he always does. But if Jack sides with Billy, he risks destroying Jabot's reputation and alienating Lily and Kane forever. It is a complete lose-lose situation for Jack. And honestly, a part of me thinks he should just step back and let Billy crash and burn. Billy needs to learn a lesson the hard way. And if Lily is the one to teach him, I am absolutely here for it. Lily is a powerhouse, and she is not going to let some unpaid loan from decades ago strip her of the company she has poured her blood, sweat, and tears into. She is going to fight dirty if she has to, and Billy is vastly underestimating her. Let's take a breath and talk about something a little more light-hearted, but also potentially terrifying. The Shadow Room. Oh my gosh. The nostalgia of seeing Tracy, Christine, Cricket, and Nina all hanging out together is just giving me life. Danny Romalotti is managing the club now, which is a wild career pivot for a rock star. But whatever, we love seeing him. He is having the ladies test out the new cocktail menu, and they are just having a blast. It is so rare we get these pure moments of joy and friendship on the show anymore. Just three legacy characters, sitting around, having drinks, and catching up. Nina is talking about her new boyfriend from her grief recovery class, and everyone is just so happy for her. It is the kind of warm, character-driven scene that makes me remember why I fell in love with this show in the first place. But here is the kicker, the thing that actually made me gasp out loud. Tracy gets a bartender's phone number. A coy, middle-aged bartender brings them their drinks, smiles at Tracy, and she actually asks for his number. I am screaming. Tracy Abbott deserves all the love and happiness in the world. She is the absolute heart of the Abbott family. She is always taking care of everyone else, and it is about time she got a sweeping romance of her own. But, and this is a massive, glaring but, I am terrified for her, because this is The Young and the Restless. Nobody just meets a nice bartender and lives happily ever after without some insane drama attached to it. I am so worried this guy is a creep, or a scammer, or tied to some villain. I mean, think about the Abbott's recent luck. It has been nothing but pure trauma and chaos for months. Patty Williams is running around kidnapping people and causing absolute havoc. Dr. Lawrence Markham is a literal psychopath who ambushed Diane. Martin Laurent is a looming threat that Tracy herself has been trying to track down. What if this bartender is connected to one of them? What if he is a spy for Victor? What if he is just a con artist looking to drain Tracy's bank account? I will riot if they hurt Tracy. I will literally riot. Tracy has spent her whole life being the moral compass for Jack, Billy, and Ashley. She has endured so much loss and heartbreak. She deserves a genuine, loving partner who treats her like a queen. But my soap opera fan paranoia is on high alert. If this guy turns out to be a bad guy, I am going to write a strongly worded letter to the writers. I just want one nice thing for Tracy. Is that too much to ask? And while we are on the subject of the Newman and Abbott drama, I can't help but think about how all of these storylines are going to collide. Victor is so focused on destroying Billy and playing these petty corporate games while his own family is falling apart behind the scenes. We know Sharon is desperately waiting for news on Nick, who is supposedly in rehab, but has actually hit rock bottom. Victor and Nikki are playing this bizarre game of pretending everything is fine, having romantic Venice-themed nights at the ranch, while their son is literally spiraling into a drug-fueled abyss. It just shows the absolute hypocrisy of Victor Newman. He will spend millions of dollars and countless hours orchestrating a media smear campaign against Billy Abbott, just for the fun of it, but he can't even properly manage the crisis happening with his own son. And poor Sharon is left in the dark, technically no longer Nick's next of kin, terrified that Victor and Nikki are going to use this opportunity to shut her out and remind her that she will never be a real Newman. The emotional toll this is going to take on everyone is going to be massive. Sally is going to have to decide if she wants to raise her child in the chaotic, vindictive world that Billy thrives in. Lily is going to have to decide how far she is willing to go to protect Chancellor, even if it means destroying her relationship with the Abbotts. Jack is going to have to decide between his brother's ego and his own peace of mind. And Tracy is going to have to navigate the terrifying waters of modern dating in Genoa City. Friday's episode is setting the stage for a massive explosion. You can just feel the tension building in every single scene. Billy's smugness is going to be his downfall, and I honestly cannot wait to watch Victor and Adam pull the rug out from under him. I just hope that Sally gets out of the blast radius before it's too late. She needs to pack her bags, take her baby, and run far, far away from Billy Abbott's mess. I am dreading the fallout for Sally, but I am absolutely here for Lily taking down Billy. Lily has evolved so much over the years, from the young model to a fierce corporate CEO, and she is not going to be intimidated by Billy's bluster. She is going to leverage every connection she has, starting with Jack, to make sure Billy's hostile takeover dies before it even begins. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I am losing my mind over here and I need to know I'm not the only one seeing this train wreck coming. Are you Team Lily or Team Billy? Do you think Sally should dump him? And please, pray with me that Tracy's new bartender crush is actually a decent human being. I will be back tomorrow to break down the aftermath, but until then, stay restless.